Hi, I'm Rachel Meyer. I'm an associate market partner with Monat. I'm also an occupational therapist and a mom of a sweet little 3-year-old. And tonight I get to talk to you about the importance of self-care. Now, we're in a very challenging time, super crazy time. And usually during times of crisis or transition in your lives, self-care tends to go to the back burner. But it's really important that we keep up with self-care and prioritize this, because if we don't take care of ourselves well, we really can't take care of other people well. I know when I had my daughter at age 41, my world completely turned upside down, and all of the routines that I had for myself went out of the window, and it's taken me a really long time to figure out how to prioritize myself and to give myself permission to take care of myself better and to incorporate self-care into my daily and weekly life. So I was reading an article today that I thought was really interesting about this pandemic threat and time of shelter, and they called it a community trauma that is kind of ongoing because we don't have like a definitive date. And the premise of the article was talking about exhaustion. So I don't know about you, but like I feel completely exhausted all the time during this stay-at-home period. So here's a little bit of science for you of why you're probably feeling exhausted. And it has to do with your amygdala, which is the very primal portion of your brain that's like a fear center. And it's often called like the lizard brain because it's super primal. And it really doesn't know the difference between a perceived threat and a real threat. And crazy enough, it is not letting you get into your parasympathetic system, which allows you to regain a state of calm. So right now, all of our brains are under extreme stress. And as you all know, stress is really bad for us. So even without the pandemic, 33% of people report feeling stress in their lives. 74% report that stress affects them mentally. 73% say that stress affects their physical health, and 48% of people say that stress affects their ability to sleep. So it can affect hormone levels, digestion, memory, sleep, as I had mentioned. And it actually makes you look older. Stress can leave you looking kind of ragged, and none of us want to look ragged, right? So finding a way to de-stress is a really important thing for your immune system and your hormonal system. And as women, we have to really be aware of like what's going on in our hormones. So I'm someone that has never really dealt well with stress. And because of that, it has wreaked havoc on my hormones, to the point where my medical professionals have actually prescribed self-care to me. So I'm learning, and maybe you need to learn too how to give yourself permission to do self-care, because you're worth it. And you are worth feeling better. And it's really not about like always looking better, but when you feel better, you do look better. And if you're in the market right now for some products, Monat is a great way to pamper yourself. There is a wonderful VIP program where you get 15% off of all of the products right off the bat. There's an only for you product every month that retails at about $25. That's absolutely free when you put in a flagship order. And they have these great flash sales that feels like they're always having a sale. But really it's about 2 to 3 times a month, and these sales are pretty amazing. They're very, very generous with us. But even if you're not in the market for new products right now, you are still worth prioritizing and finding time for some self-care. So some simple ideas. If you're married and you have kids, get your husband to give you 30 minutes where you can go for a walk, take a hot bubble bath and read a book, go on Pinterest and find a DIY face mask, go out with some friends for a drink, like when we're allowed to like see each other again. And, just try to incorporate some of that into your life, and at a minimum, learn how to do some diaphragmatic breathing, and then just take 5 minutes. and do deep breathing to help get all that oxygen in and all of the bad air out. Believe me, it makes a huge difference. So, kind of to wrap up here, I know that when I have invested in caring for myself and allowing that extra 10 minutes every other week or every week to do a mask on my hair, or my 5-minute nightly skincare routine where I just get to be by myself and be thankful and grateful for the things in my day while I'm washing my face and putting my products on, or when I'm waking up an hour earlier before my daughter gets up and spend some time like exercising and journaling and spending a few minutes with God, I am a much more sane person and I am a much better mom and wife when I'm able to do that. So remember, you are worth it. So I love you, ladies. Just thanks for being here, and simply enjoy health. Bye.